You have a significant task in front of you. The project is approved, and now you need to assemble the ideal team to help you achieve your goals. This is where personal feelings about others often interfere with your life, or at least your work life. It is crucial at this point to put personal biases aside and focus on the skills and competencies that each potential team member brings. You want to evaluate their past performance, their expertise in the project's domain, and their ability to work in a team environment. Remember, the success of your project largely depends on the collective capability and commitment of your team, not just individual relationships. You may love a person, you may love working with a person, but do they actually get the work done that needs to be done? Or do you just like working with them because they're fun? Let's get into how you can build your dream team. At the time that I'm filming this, I have assembled the dream team, each member of which outshines me in their respective fields. I want to surround myself by people who are smarter than me. My current technical business analyst, despite being young, is on the path to becoming the most outstanding solutions architect will probably ever meet in my life. Flat out. I love her to death. She is amazing at her job and she will soar in her career. My non technical business analyst is nearing a point where she can manage projects and teams. The developers I work with are first rate and capable of turning any of my crazy ambitious ideas into reality. What's more, we communicate effectively, and I've created a space where team members can ask questions without fear of judgment or repercussions. After all, nobody wants to be the one to ask the perceived dumb questions in front of senior leadership. So I create, say, a chat room where C suite executives are not allowed. Their bosses are not allowed. This is just my personal teams. The core team is able to chat. No clients, no bosses, no managers, nothing. We can ask the stupidest questions we want with no repercussions. It is solely for our team to communicate, and it has helped immensely in getting our projects moving and going. And we can also keep a lot of our documentation there that is not needed for our overall user group. How did I do this? We're about to walk through that right now. When working with a consultant, they will bring their own team to your project. That's how it goes. They know who works well together, who doesn't work well together, and they already know who's compatible on their side. However, it's your responsibility to identify the individuals within your own business who can provide the necessary guidance and information. This information is then shared with the consultant who will ask questions and take it from there. However, how do you build this team? How do you find these people? Are they magical unicorns somewhere out in the universe that you don't know exist? We're going to step through this real quick. Maybe not real quick, but we're going to step through it anyway. As the project progresses, it's crucial to maintain clear communication with your consultant and their team, addressing any queries that may arise. There are specific roles on your team and their team, and on your side, you need to fill these roles with people who understand what the project is about and what steps need to be taken. They need to be able to communicate clearly and logically, or to be able to physically show the consultant what they are wanting. You're the product owner. You are the steward of the project from the business perspective. It's your responsibility to assemble this team, manage timelines internally, and relay necessary information to the consultants. So be prepared for numerous meetings, especially at the project's inception. They may slow down eventually, but that's very rare. A warning there. Make sure you have the time to be the product owner. Check in with yourself first. Are you the best person to be taking this on? Or were you voluntold? Because volunteering and being voluntold are two completely different things, and we all know that. Then you need an SME, which is a subject matter expert. What's happening in your project? Who is the best person at your company to be this person, to be this advocate, to tell people exactly what needs to happen, when it needs to happen, what the business processes are, all the things that are included. A more defined definition of that would be These are individuals from each department. There can be multiple SMEs where an element of the project will be implemented. The SMEs are not necessarily the head of their respective departments, but rather those who handle the daily tasks that the project seeks to automate, document, or simplify. These are boots on the ground people. These are not managers. These are people who are completing the daily tasks that we're looking to make more efficient. Then you have your C-level executive role. This is your advocate on the company's side. This role is usually filled by your immediate supervisor or someone with budget approval authority. You probably won't have a choice on this one. It's probably going to be told to you. These are the people who are going to greenlight project steps, sign change orders or contracts, and champion your project within the company. There will be main people. These are the main people that will be on your team. There are some human factors to think of as well, and we're about to go through those. One, do you maintain a good professional relationship with the selected SMEs? You don't need to be best friends, but you need to work together effectively. Are they going to bring value to your team? Are they smarter than you in their area of expertise? If both are yes, then they're a good candidate. Have they demonstrated a thorough understanding of their respective systems? Are they willing to assertively say, actually, this is how it's done, but also show flexibility in changing the way things are done if necessary? Do they complete their projects on time? Like, that's fundamental. You do not want somebody on your team who you know is always late on getting their crap done. It will throw off your entire project. How are their communication skills? And also, don't be afraid to mentor people on your team. If you know somebody who would be great for this role and their only issue is their communication skills are not up to par, help them, teach them if they're willing to learn. And that will level them up in their career and level you up in yours. Are they adaptable and open to learning new things? This is extremely important on any project. You're constantly learning on every project, and they need to be open to the idea of learning those things. How well do they handle stress and pressure? Projects often come with extremely tight deadlines, unexpected changes, so it's essential for team members to be able to handle these situations calmly and professionally. You do not want somebody on your team who is always dramatic, always freaking out. They are not only going to stress themselves out, they are going to stress you out and the rest of your team. Calm is key. Even if it feels like everything is blowing up in your face, you stay calm because there is always a way to work around it. Always. All right, our next one is, do they show initiative and proactiveness? You want team members who can anticipate potential issues and take action to prevent them, not just react to problems as they arise. So think of this like on the consultant side, this would be our QA. They are testing and testing and testing and trying to break things and figuring out that if things will work in the future, if it's buildable, if it's sustainable, things like that. These are the people you want on your team. You want somebody who is not only able to see these small details and the intricacies, but is also able to see that big picture and what is a possibility in the future and keeping open that possibility of future enhancements. Number 9, how well do they integrate with the existing team? So you may have team members that were handed to you. And these people will need to integrate with those team members well and work well with them. This is a team, and you all need to collaborate together effectively. I think we're on 10. Number 10, are they capable of providing constructive feedback and accepting the same from others? Your team needs to be able to accept any type of feedback they're getting to make the team run more efficiently. That's one thing I love about my team. I can give feedback and I allow them to give me feedback as a solution architect and as a project manager. If I write up a user story and I want to do it this way because it's the way I know will work and yada, 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 I allow the developers on the team to go through that. And if they have a better idea than I came up with, we talk about it. We talk about the level of effort. We talk about how much time it will take, if it'll be faster their way or my way, what's more sustainable. And then we come to a conclusion and we either update the story or keep it as is. I try to surround myself with team members who are smarter than me. So normally I take to heart all of the advice I get from my developers, from my BAs, from my QAs. I take all that to heart because I have super smart people around me and I like to continuously learn and do my job well. I am not a dictator, I am a team leader. And that's your role as well. So not only do you have to be comfortable giving the feedback, you have to be comfortable accepting the feedback, and so does everybody on your team. Okay, number 11. One of the biggest considerations is whether they have time for the additional work. This is a lot of work. Doing a project, working with a consultant is a ton of work. Do they have the time for this work? If the answer is no, then they are not going to be on the team. The roles involved in attending meetings and sessions, joining calls with consultants to answer questions, participating in demos, observing project progress, among a plethora of other things, just takes a lot of time, and they need to have that time to dedicate. Remember that the right mix of skills, experience, and personalities can significantly influence the success of your project. It's about assembling a team where everyone's strengths are used effectively and where weaknesses are acknowledged and addressed. Building your dream team is not just about selecting individuals with the right technical skills or that you're friends with. It's about finding the right personalities that can work together effectively towards a common goal. And a team that communicates well, supports each other, and is committed to the project's success is a team that will deliver the project. And if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed at this point, which I probably would be, working with consultants can seem like a vast undertaking. But don't worry, we will address this in our next session where we navigate the abyss of all of the consulting things. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Catch you later. Bye.